Grace and peace. Welcome to the replay. It says we're live, so we're trying to get everything set up here. So as we always do, guys, I got some special guests with me tonight. But as I always do, want you to want you to share it on your page, want you to invite some folk to come and to hang out with us. When I come back, I'm going to introduce all my guests that are with me tonight. I'm excited. Somebody say excited. Excited. Anybody are we up yet? Can y'all tell if we up? Oh, we are up. We are up. Okay, my password ain't going in. What's going on? Okay. Okay. So those of you that are already tuning in, please go and share it, and we'll be right back right after this. All right, guys, we are back. We are back, and we are excited about having you guys with us. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all three cameras up here in just a moment. We've got three cameras running tonight. We're doing a very special show tonight. We're going to talk about impulsive liars. And after I did impulsive, I realized that it can be impulsive or compulsive. So we're gonna look at both of those tonight. So let me get down here and get this up. So I hope that everybody is seeing us and hearing us well. See that there's some people on. Make sure that the volume is good. We can shine the mic. Make sure that the room is mic'd well so that we can hear. I hope that everybody sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna allow the Steels to introduce themselves tonight. So here we go over to the Steels. Let me get that camera up. It's gonna take me a minute to get the cameras. Dr. and Mrs. Steele in the house. Please introduce yourself to our guest tonight.
Hello. I'm Deacon Chad Steele. I'm just happy to be here.
Yes, thank you. So, now there's some things that you do that will qualify you for this particular talk tonight. What are some of the things that you do in the community?
Oh, I just work with the youth. Trying to guide them, up into adulthood and teach them how to be positive young adults later on in life. Awesome. Lady Steele, thank you for being with us.
You're welcome. It's great to be here.
Yes. Tell our audience about who you are, what you do.
Well, I am Lady O from Relationship Talk. I come on Monday nights, and I am a certified master life coach. And
Amen.
I work with women, young adults, just trying to balance their lives out, trying to live a better life, and let everybody know that we can live a good life now.
All right. Thank y'all so much. And look, I got some more guests over here, over on the other side. One of them is my sidekick, and one of them is turning out to be a pretty good friend. Bless the Lord. It's hard to find pretty good friends, and I love the Steels too. They just hang out. We just have a great time together. So let me go over here to camera number. Steels, how y'all get two cameras? Miss Tammy Wilson, tell our audience about yourself. Introduce yourself over here on this side of the world.
I am Tammy Wilson, the wife of Coach Martin Wilson. I am right now. I'm just basically trying to get prepared to do my second book. So I'm an author. I am a metaphysician, and I just try to keep people uplifted and motivated to know that whatever they set their mind to do, they can do it. The only person that stops you is you. So I'm just excited about being here tonight.
All right. Dr. St. Louis.
Well, I'm Minister St. Louis, better known as Let's Talk Tuesday.
Woo woo.
Y'all silly. Well, I just come to the general public and try to be the best me, or help people understand that they could be the best you, or whoever they see themselves as, and most of all, help them to understand that in life you have an opportunity to change and do things over to be a better person.
Absolutely. So listen, we want to thank you guys. Look, y'all look at your phones. There's some people that's giving y'all some shout outs. Hey, Miss Tammy, we miss you. Miss Tammy St. Louis is giving us some shout outs. Miss Tammy, we definitely got to get you on here next time. So listen, we are excited about this particular conversation tonight. We're getting ready to dive right into it. Thank God for all the people that are joining us. Hey, Miss Melissa, Mo, got Miss Kathy on here. Drew, how are you? Keith Barnett, Daddy Daniel, how are you doing? So thank all you guys. Please go and share if you would. Please share it with some friends. Go and invite some people to come on and to join us. Look, I'm tapping. Look, I know y'all probably saying, now why is he sending me an invite? And I'm sitting right here in front of him. But I'm sending some invites. We're excited about this particular topic tonight. I believe it's one that is really going to be very helpful to those of us that tune in tonight. So, as we get started, I wanted to pull up some things that I had that dealt with some traits of impulsive liar. As I'm getting that up, let's just go around the room, and I'm gonna go around to the Steels first, and I'm gonna if you guys would give me your definition of an impulsive liar. Your definition.
I think an impulsive liar is someone who can think of a lie in an instant.
God,
without even thinking.
Right. Oh man, that's good. Lady Steele.
An impulsive liar is they don't live in reality. They live somewhere else, and their minds are far from where we are. So they just continually tell a lie over a lie over a lie over a lie because they think they live in it.
Wow, that's good. Miss Tammy Wilson, your definition.
I would say an impulsive liar, I would have to agree with Deacon Chad. It's someone that can just basically lie instantly. They take a lot of thought. They can just come up with it quickly, but they are not concerned about the consequences, the effects, the outcome. They just tell the lie to get out of that particular predicament or situation, and they'll do it again and again and again, no matter what the cost.
Wow. Dr. St. Louis?
They ain't left no room for nothing else.
I promise they said everything.
And basically, I would say is just, I think that person just live in their own cloud, and I think they fall in their own world, and that lie comes like first nature, not even second nature. It just comes out. And it doesn't even matter what they say, how they say it, they don't even think about it, it just drops out and it's a lie.
Wow. That's good. Now listen, those of you that watch it tonight, it's so important that we look at this subject, because I think that it's something that we don't think about, and most people who are impulsive liars or compulsive liars don't even really know they are. They have done it for so long, they have lied about so many things that it really just becomes, as St. Louis put it, not second nature, it's first nature for them. And I sent out some things for us to look at, and one of the things that I found that was very interesting, and I'll let the Steels touch on this first. One of the statistics was that we get lied to 400 to 400 times a day. What does that do? If we really grab that, what would that do to our trust when it comes to dealing with people?
Basically, it's gone. If you constantly lie to me, especially if I catch you, then there's really nothing that you can say to me.
Wow.
From that point on, that I'm going to grab onto and believe that is real.
And I think a lot of people, they, we have this little white lie, and it wasn't that serious. It's not detrimental, so I can just lie to you because I don't want to hurt your feelings. So I want to save your feelings, so they don't realize how many times that they're lying and what they're really saying in order to live out their lives. They're confused. Wow, that's good. And let since you said that, why do you think that so many? Because when you what you said is a category that all of us fall under. Right.
Hey man, how's this jacket look? It's nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice jacket. Why, especially for us who are Christians, and camera's still on y'all. If lying is so bad, how do we handle lying to save people's feelings?
Because we don't want to hurt the feelings. We're thinking about, well, I don't want them to be mad at me. Or I want, they really tried, so I'm going to tell them kudos. And, just to make them feel good. Right.
But see, they can backfire, because if they find out that you...
Oh, wow.
Well, pampered.
Yeah, pampered. Yeah.
Then they're going to be mad at you anyway.
Wow.
It can work both ways.
Wow. Dr. St. Louis, let me jump over to you. What is it with this little white lie thing, and how does that make you feel to know that we're getting lied to 400 to 400 times a day?
I think that'd be real difficult to really grasp. I like someone to tell me the truth. And if it is what it is, I have to learn how to deal with it. But if you lie to me so often, I develop a sense of, well, I guess I don't need nobody to validate no more. I can just validate myself, and I can make myself believe something's good, even though it's still wrong.
Wow.
And just by accepting people lying to you over and over, pretending to be telling you the right thing, you can constantly develop a new mindset off of that.
Yeah.
Thinking that you could just, that's good. I got away with it the first time. No one was arguing about it. No one called it out, so I could do it again just because 2 or 3 persons pacified the behavior or pacified the look, whatever, versus just telling me the truth.
So if you got on an ugly pair of shoes and you like them, but you ask me, do you want me to tell you the truth?
Yeah. But the key thing is, if you say they're ugly, you said it, but if I feel it's good, my self-confidence should go here. I understand what
Exactly. I just don't.
But if you turn around and say they look good when you know deep down inside
that they don't. Don't leave me out there like that. Don't leave me out there like that.
So we might as well just go ahead.
So when we look at this, then from that perspective, all of us are falling in the category of we end up telling lies. Now, one thing that it was saying about impulsive liars is they lie because they do not like their reality. Tammy Wilson.
Yes.
How is it that a person can, what do you think is going through their mind that they think that by telling this lie it's going to make my reality any better?
It's almost like they live in a fantasy world. If they say it long enough, then it's going to happen, or they're going to become what they're saying. But in actuality, it is what it is.
Yeah. It just is, it is.
It is or it's not.
And usually when people tell those lies, they're trying to impress you. They're trying to make you think that things are better than they are. Now, let me ask you guys this, and I'm gonna put everybody up on the screen on this one. How many of you know some people who live in a lie? They buy things they can't afford. They do things that they know that they shouldn't do just to try to impress other people. How is that gonna? I'll ask the Steels first. How is that gonna affect their lives in the long run?
It's gonna damage them in the long run, because again, they're not living in reality. they're living in a fairy tale land, and they're making up things as they go along, hoping it will get better, and it never gets better. And then they wonder when they have that blow up, like, oh my God, why didn't anybody tell me? You knew yourself.
And it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's inevitable.
Right.
It's going to happen at some point.
And a lot of times I think that they take the attitude of, wow, nobody told me. But you know, when you're a habitual liar, and you know.
That's a word, ain't it? Habitual.
Yeah, because you continually do it. You can't say that you don't know that you wasn't lying. I mean, it's, you know, when you cross over the line, being just a little white lie because I didn't like your shirt and I said it was nice anyway, towards everything that you say is a lie and we don't know what's the truth.
Right.
Then, you know, you're somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's a land that, you know, you need some medical help.
Exactly. Dr. Steele, your thoughts on that?
Well, to piggyback off what she said, you're going to look down, you know, back at your life later on down the road and be like, if I just would have stayed the way I was instead of becoming this liar, then my life would have been better than what it is. Being true to myself.
That's true.
I think a lot of times, though, they know it, they just don't want to admit it. They don't want to take accountability. They don't want to look stupid after everybody already knows you're lying. That's stupid. They'd rather just continue to live the lie because I can't say it. You know, somebody's gonna know. We already know.
we figured it out.
Yeah, it's already done. We know what's going on.
And you know what, guys? Folks who are habitual liars, it's really sad because I'm sure that all of us sitting right here at this table can think of somebody that they lie so much, and it's sad because the people we know they're liars,
right?
But they don't think so.
They think that what they
terrible. It's terrible. You know, how is it that they can live their lives and not realize where they are? And you get
what they're doing
every day and you're lying.
Yeah.
You know, every part of your life, majority of your day is a lie. Yeah. So how do you function like that?
Wow.
Some people like the mask. I mean, some people like the mask of pretending they're on a different level. They got it all going on and everything's going fine. Versus that you can have things going on at a certain time in your life, things working out. But sometimes you're going to have to eat that peanut butter and jelly. Sometimes you have to eat that sardine. Sometimes you're going to have to tell people I can't go out to dinner. Sometimes you're going to have to. So, you know, it's just, but when you try to act like you can't miss the dinner, you can't miss something, and you squeezing everything you got just to go out to make it look like you on this road or this life path. And everybody like, yeah, we know you're struggling. Well, we know it, but you know, so it hurts. You know, it hurts, and it hurts when you continue doing it. So when you hit rock bottom and it really slip off from under you, your foundation slip off from under you. Now the shame takes place, and then the pride takes place, and the anger takes place. Versus just say, hey, I can't go out this week. It don't look good.
Right. Exactly. Be honest. How important is honesty to you?
It's very important because if there's no honesty, there's no trust.
Yeah.
If there's no trust, there's no relationship. And it could just be a small relationship at work. But if I can't trust you to tell me the truth about the small things,
the little things,
then how am I going to trust you to tell the truth about the bigger things that really matter? So honesty is, you know, it goes a long way. Absolutely.
Melissa said, "Yes, Lady O." Dr. Chad, talk to us about trust. How important is that to you in friendship? We'll say in the workplace first, then with friends, and then in family.
As far as the workplace is concerned, when you take on a job, your employer has to know that he's going to be able to depend on you. So everything that you do from the time you start working, it's going to reflect, it's going to determine how much that employer is going to trust you. Same thing in friendship. You know, if I got a friendship with you and you're one of my comrades, I don't want to do anything that's going to damage our relationship.
Right.
So I'm going to be honest with you from the beginning. I don't want to lose the friendship.
Right.
As far as relationship, especially in a marriage, that's the most important, because you don't want your spouse not trusting you at any point.
Right.
So honesty is very important.
That's good. Lady, still same question.
And it all can flow together with work and friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you can't be honest with the simple things, then, you know, you can't trust the person. So you don't have the trust. Even
Right.
at work, if I can't trust you to pick up something,
Mm-hmm,
you know, and you're going to lie about it, then
Yeah.
I'm going to stop talking to you. I'm going to stop asking you certain things because I can't trust you.
Right.
So I only keep it simple. You know, that's where you got to keep those work relationships. Hey, how you doing? What you doing?
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you're not meant to be everybody's friend. You keep it.
That's
What
good.
it is, it's about work, because I can't trust you because you lie.
And you know, and I know this is kind of a little bit off subject, but since we're talking about it, I think too many people go to work and really think that they can trust everybody on their job.
They do.
And then they get hurt, they get mad at the people on their job, but this is not what we're here for.
Right.
This is not, that was always my motto. I might build friendships, but I promise you it was over time. I got to know you, I got to trust you, but just to go in looking for a friend just so I can have somebody to eat lunch with?
Yeah.
One thing that will hurt you, if you're building a friendship at work, you might go in that job at a higher position than someone that's been there.
Okay.
And then that person might do something to damage your
Mm.
just to try to get your spot. So you can't trust them.
You can't. You guys over here, talk to me about that. Talk to me about the trust in the workplace, the friendships, and in the family.
Well, first of all, you have to check people's motives. Just like Deacon Chad said, you don't know why they're trying to be friends with you. Are they trying to be sincere?
That's the truth.
Or are they trying to gain something? Or are they trying to get close to you for a certain reason? So you have to just kind of keep your eyes open. So that needs to be checked at first from the get-go up front, and then you can kind of move on from that particular place. But it's very important in any type of ship.
Yeah.
Relationship, friendship, I mean,
Any kind of ship.
any type of ship that you're on.
I like that. Any kind of ship.
Yeah, you have to know if you can trust,
Yes.
when to trust, how to trust. I mean, it's just a big
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
ball game.
Well, the workplace is exactly what it is, the workplace. And you do gain friendships while you're at work. So for me, I try to limit certain people to a certain time, because if I don't have to work with you every day, it's hi and bye, how you doing? I work with you every day, I start watching everything, paying attention.
Yeah.
Like you said, motive earlier. And then you decide what's true from what's not true. And I tell people, don't go into discussing your business. And
Come on here.
And then you get mad because somebody added something else extra to what you were saying. Why are you in there discussing whatever personal stuff anyway? Relationship is like 100% trust, because, and you know, I put $50 there and I leave it there. I should come back and find it there. If I don't see it there, I got a problem.
Yeah.
I got a problem. Now, you didn't ask, you should, hey, I forgot to tell you, but then you should tell me way before I get there. So I'm going to watch a lot of that stuff too, if you have that kind of relationship. You know, just financial trust is one thing, just trust overall. You said you're going to do something, I expect you to do it, and come back, then you start gauging, well, every time I tell this person to do this, they say they're going to do it, but they don't do it.
Right.
So now you got to look at your relationship a little twisted. So that's something that I think that in relationship with a husband and wife, that you should discuss. Hey man, I expect you to knock this out. If you said you're gonna do it, I want you to do it. Some things you gotta do right now, and some things okay. I get to it by the end of the week. Then I expect you to do it by the end of the week. But if a month passed by, then you know start looking at that stuff after a period of time. Right?
Yeah.
So, but you start looking at it on both sides. So I mean, it's just about time, monitoring or watching everything that you're doing and saying. And just making sure that, you know, sometimes you share things and make sure you don't go, you'll hear it again. Because some people can't hold water.
Yeah.
That's all I need to hear. That might just cause me just to say, okay, I know how to do it now. That's it.
And you went into an area there that I want us to touch on, because I really believe, this is just me, y'all may disagree, I believe upwards to 80% of the lies that are told on us are based on something somebody heard us say, or is heard on something that we insinuated or put out there. So how important is it for us to monitor what we say so that we don't give ammunition for people to bring back against us?
It is. I think because I always say we talk too much.
You do, yeah.
I always say that.
I've heard that. We talk too much.
We all talk too much, and we want to portray that we're living these lives and we're wearing red bottoms, but then you can't afford your rent. But you went out and got the red bottoms because you're trying to portray a life which is a lie.
Wow.
So then we talk too much. We're trying to do too much to try to look the part, and we can't even walk in the shoes.
And it seems like when we're trying to portray a lie, we always tell somebody. And it always get out. Go ahead, Dr. Steele. I had to throw that in.
I think you have to be real discreet. Know the person that you're talking to. You got to know what you can trust that person with. It's not a lot of times that I go to somebody and discuss special things, personal things. So it all boils down to being discreet.
That's good. Miss Wilson, on that subject, how important is it for us to be careful who we tell what to?
He's very careful. You have to be very careful because a lot of times people just want to know where you are, what you're doing. Just to tell the next person.
Just to tell.
Just to give an update.
Just to tell.
Or to say, I knew it, or I told you they were, blah, blah, blah. So everybody don't have your best interest at heart.
That's right.
So
that's good.
You just have to really, really take the time and just be observative to find out if this person is worthy of your personal time and space and your personal knowledge.
That's good. That's good. Dr. St. Louis.
Well, I think that the trust, when you share something with somebody, for me, if you share with me and I'm sharing with you, I hold that as a pack. But if you start displaying and talking about the stuff, and I'm holding your stuff, talking about my stuff, I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about you, but I know how to. Okay, that's
exactly.
why they can be talking to because they can't hold water. Because sometimes you look at people for face value and you build that relationship. You start doing that trust. You start hanging out. Things going great, and it's just like I got so much on my mind. Let me just start talking and see how they feel. This person is married, this person going through this, and how did you have? And then you realize that you're going back and forth, but then you got to realize that you're the only one sharing. Something's
wrong with
something might be wrong. Sharing back with you. Because then it's like, okay, they listening, but
they ain't saying nothing.
They ain't saying what they doing with that information, and I'm sharing. They sure don't trust me the same way I trust them. That's my take. So it goes a little give and take a little bit, and there's a lot of things I know about people and stuff like that, and I know they never heard it, and they go back vice versa, and they had never heard it from me either. So that's why I call friends. I can pick up the phone and hey man, I gotta talk to you for a minute.
That's good. That's good.
That's what I'm talking about. But the ones who hear stuff and just like, oh,
and they so easy. It's so easy for them to regurgitate.
Yeah.
Also, that can hurt me in the long run. Say I got a friendship with you got a friendship with you. Now, you done told me something.
Right.
I went back and told this person what you didn't want me to tell. Now, I lost two people because it's causing you not to trust me.
Right.
And this person not to trust me.
Right.
Because if I'm going to her, telling her what you told me, then she's thinking, okay, what kind of stuff is he saying about me?
Right. Exactly.
So it can hurt both.
Exactly.
And then people formulate their mindset about people when they hear the little lies and the untruth and they hear the stories, and when they see you, it's like, oh, that's the dude, or that's
Yeah. based on what they heard.
I wonder why people looking at you crazy. Why are you looking? Because somebody said something that damage your character, but they don't realize they damaging their own self.
I'm gonna give you some thumbs up for that, dog.
You're not even trustworthy. You're not trustworthy to even to hold a relationship or a friendship because you can't hold nothing. You just told somebody else thinking they won't come back.
Wow, that's good stuff.
I remember a situation real quick. My brother was in New York, came down here for a weekend. We went to the flea market all the way in Pineville, and he saw this guy. And he's like, I know this guy. And he said, man, I'm so glad I didn't do this dude nothing wrong in the past.
See?
Because
way down here.
All the way in North Carolina, who did he run into? And that's the same what people do when they tell a story. They think they go all the way at Atlanta and go somewhere.
No. Somebody will know you.
And then all of a sudden, someone said, well, I knew you because XYZ said this. And you're like, oh, you know who? And then all of a sudden you realize that someone took your story, your private stuff, and put it somewhere else, and I don't think you'll ever find out.
And it's so important that and for those of you that are watching, it's so important that you monitor who you listen to and what they're saying. Like Dr. St. Louis said and Elder Chad, because you can't treat people the same after you've heard negative information. I don't care if you say, oh, I didn't say nothing, I just listened. But you can't hear it. When you see it, you gonna see if you ingurgitated and allowed it,
you
so that
replay it in your mind.
you replaying it, especially when you see it. That's why you see people at church and you can't even treat them the same way. We're gonna talk about church liars in a minute. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna talk about church liars in the church. So yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Like I said, it's a friend of mine, Don Hammond.
Yeah, please read some of there.
Everyone doesn't have the capacity to handle certain information, and discernment needs to be first and foremost. Not being led by emotionalism and the need to be heard.
That is good.
And
The
I think
need
that's a lot
to
of
be
things.
heard.
Yeah, people need to be heard. They have that wanting to, like, oh, I just want somebody to listen to me. And, you know, so then they start stretching the truth. Because you just want to be heard so bad. So now you're listening. I'm talking to you, Tammy, and so I'm going to tell you all about it, and I'm just going to add a little
Start adding,
Attention seekers. They like that attention.
That's good. How dangerous is that, Elder Chad?
And that's something that you just said about attention seekers. I think people are antisocial. In order to gain friendships, they have to tell lies. They feel like they have to tell lies just to build their camaraderie.
Let's add one more.
Wow.
One more to that. Make them feel important because they know their life is boring.
That's where I was going.
And when you have an audience that would listen, who won't check you, but would listen to your foolishness.
Will listen to your foolishness.
They won't check you, but listen to your foolishness, or say, come on, or walk away from that nonsense. You become the center of their attention, and you got that dose that you need.
You the man.
You the man.
Yeah,
you got that dose. You got that thing going.
I gotta jump in there. Look. Now, Lady Wilson, since you wrote a book on low self-esteem, tell us how that low self-esteem can push you to that place to where you want to make your life more exciting than what it really is.
I mean, if you realize that you're in this low place, you can mentally put yourself there before time, but you have to be careful not to create stuff that create yourself to be something that you're really not. It's like
big difference.
It's a thin line there. You really have to be very careful because it takes time, it takes effort. You can do it, you can get there.
Yeah.
But just don't move too fast and try to perpetrate and be something that you're really not. Because sometimes you got to take off the mask. You can do that and be that around people, but when you come home and around everybody else, they're seeing that you're, two-faced.
That's good. That's good.
And you're really creating a monster at that time.
Lady Steele, you got to jump in there because I know you deal a lot with low self-esteem as far as coaching and talking about that. So help those people whose life is boring, but they create this such a great fantasy of how great their life is, and I know such and such, and I was, go ahead.
Yeah. The main thing is they don't look in the mirror.
Oh wow.
Their lives are boring. They make up all these stories, but they never look at them. They don't want to look at them. They want to look at everybody else and just add themselves to your life. They're like vampires. They're sucking into everybody else because they're bored. So they don't have anything. They just go to work, go home, and sit in the house. So they need to find something. So they make it up in their minds.
Wow.
And then they have that, and they never walk by. Everybody has a hall mirror, the old school. They never walk by and look in the mirror and say, "Hey, wait, that's me." Well, that's not me.
That's okay.
That's really the kicker. When you look in the mirror and you say, "Hey, that's not me. What am I doing?" They never have that light bulb moment to say, "Man, that's not me. I can't believe I have been doing this." And I need to change.
Wow.
Most of the time, people like that, they need an intervention.
Come on here.
They need an intervention.
That's good.
Smack them
That's
in the
good.
face and somebody to sit them down and, no, I can't believe that. Why no? Because they're not going to believe it when one girl try to tell you the truth.
You ready to beat her up?
Believe you talking to me like that. That's not what you're saying. But then when you really come home and it really hits you to like, oh man, I have been doing this. It's a process for them to get to it because they're living their lives like it's real. So they don't know any better. And it's terrible. It's a shame.
It is.
So how can we really help them?
Wow.
That's the part we have to get to of really helping them because they don't see it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Now I'm talking about the ones that really don't see it, not the ones that just lying. Some people
they're just lying. Just lying too loud. For real.
But the ones that really need help, they need some help and they're not getting it.
Yeah. And I think it's a dangerous place to leave a person there because they get so caught up in that thing and they can really lose track of what is the truth. We got some great comments, y'all, so I want y'all to look through here and grab some of these comments. And Lady Steele, when you go back and look at this, I had the green screen on and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get your dress to be the right color. Change it. I kept saying, why is her? I cannot get her dress the right color. I had the green screen on, and it was making her dress disappear. Read Miss Tammy's comment, and I want you to go back and read Melissa's.
Miss Tammy said, if you put 5 people in a room and you tell the first one something and have them pass the story on by the time you get to the fifth person, a lie will be told, and what have been told, you have to add juice to the story instead of just sticking to the facts.
Wow. And I wonder how much of that is because I'm sure we've done that game, where one person says something, and by the time it gets to the 5th person, it changes. What is that? Is it? Do you think that a part of a person's personality can be that they don't, a part of them just doesn't get all the facts, so they make up the parts that they left out?
Yeah, they don't listen.
The difference between listen and hearing.
Oh, wow. Help us.
Yeah.
She said,
We listen,
Okay.
and then wow, and then it goes, but when we hear, it goes in and it sticks. So it's almost, we're still talking about lies. Have you ever been in a predicament where you know something ain't right and someone has this perception about you? Okay, for example, let's go to dinner. Man, I ain't got no money. And they look at you and they size you up by your things.
Yeah.
And they size you up by how you dress.
Yeah.
And you tell them the truth. And they say you lied. But you tell them the truth. And they say you lied because what they see and they perceive and they put all together in their own little world.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you can't be broke. To me, I can't be broke. I'm broke.
And I believe that a lot of people
Size you up.
They size you up and they see and think everything according to where they are. Oh, that look at them sitting over and they can't be that happy. Because y'all ain't happy.
Right. But it's their perception.
Their perception.
What they're seeing is you know, they see all the lights and the glory and all that, and don't really know the other side.
Right,
you know?
right.
So then it makes a difference. Now I'm gonna go back to St. Louis.
Okay.
We was talking about the hearing and the listening.
The first show.
Yeah, that was my very first show.
Oh,
It was
wow.
a hearing and listening.
It sure
A year
was.
ago.
I remember that. I listened to that.
Yeah. So it's like,
So you
to
listen?
me,
You get Melissa's comment?
you know, we all hear.
Yeah.
Because of sound waves. I can hear me clap my hands. We can hear that. I can't say I can't hear.
Right.
So to listen, we have to learn how to listen, not just to respond to the answer, to listen to what's going on. We listen to like what you say next.
Yeah.
I'm thinking ahead of you to say
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him back.
Yeah.
Let me-
Formulating an answer.
Instead of listening to what you're really saying, so that I can have a true conversation. We're communicating together.
That's good.
We're not communicating if I'm just trying to like I'm catching what he's saying.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I
good.
got the room and then they say you lied. I mean, you're not going to just lie to me because this is what I heard him say. He wasn't really true.
You would, yeah, you would listen.
You heard parts of
You
Yeah.
what
heard
you
parts
wanted
of
to
what
hear.
you want to hear, and sometimes we pull certain pieces, formulate the other part of the chapter or the story, and then go out and tell somebody something about it, and they look at you like, how you gonna do that when that's your husband, or how you gonna do that? That's your friend?
And they ain't got the whole-
But they ain't got the whole.
Ain't got
they
the
got the
whole-
whole
Because
thing.
that Rolodex back there is like holding on to something that I heard you say, but then when Tammy said it, I put them two together.
Right.
And
Exactly.
it was nowhere near the truth.
Wasn't even close.
No,
It wasn't even related. Or took the first part of your conversation and hook it with something that you said in the last part of your conversation. Like, oh
It
man.
made a whole brand new.
A whole brand new. Would you read Miss Melissa's comment?
Yes, but can I add something
Yes.
there? It is okay to ask questions when you don't understand, just to
Yes.
get clarity. For instance, are you saying that such and
Yes.
such and such, instead of assuming this is what they said and running with it, it's okay to stop for a moment.
You don't
and
wanna
say,
ask
"Excuse me, are you
questions."
saying that this happened or this is the way it is?" No, what I'm saying is, and then that way you don't have to worry about getting the wrong interpretation or, you know, being
Right.
having things misconstrued.
Lied to.
Or being-
Don't lie to.
Okay, so Melissa's question is, what is the point of lying? Is it to save you or the next person? Some people lie to save themselves. No, not just jump from communication, not just a form of communication, but some people do it as a form of safety and go off only what they have been taught. What's the best advice to give for them to begin to break from it? Some people don't realize how easy it is to just be honest because they have felt fear of honesty, so they lie as a coverage.
That's good. Now let me throw this in there just on that, because one thing that surprised me when I was studying about lying is when you get to a person that is impulsive liar, the word impulsive also means that the impulse is from in, not without. I'm not lying just because I feel I'm under pressure.
Right.
I'm not lying just because I feel I'm not even lying because I'm trying to impress you, even though that might be, you know, part of the motive. But when a person is a impulsive liar, the whole impulse is from within. But that's scary. When you're lying to me and you don't even.
You don't realize you're lying.
Yeah.
I think in some cases it starts from childhood. You groomed yourself to lie to get what you want. And you even lie to your parents because you know, yeah, I clean my room. Okay, you want to get ice cream. The parents gonna go back and check. You didn't get old. So it goes into your adulthood. So it's kind of embedded in you. That's why he says it's within.
See, I'm glad you said that, because I was reading, and they said that it starts so early. Let me show you how early it starts. You ever seen a baby say, and then look to see who is going to respond? They said that's how early that lying starts, and it has to be up to the parent to check that at that early age. Now that's something else. Why do people lie?
Why do people lie? To make themselves look good.
Mm-hmm.
To make up a story. Just, they don't know what to say.
Don't know what to
They
say.
don't know what to say at all. So I'm just, does my shirt look good? Yeah. And where are your eyes at when the person, if I'm looking at you, you say, do you like my shirt? Yes, I love your shirt. But if I say, yeah, it's nice. If I turn my head, we do the lip motions, the facial expressions. People lie just to lie.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to tell the truth anymore. They don't want anybody to correct them. They don't want to follow through. So it's better just to lie. Just tell that lie and I can keep going.
Keep it moving.
Who
Keep
cares?
It moving.
No consequences to it. Who cares if it comes back?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't wear that shirt again. That's what you're saying in your mind.
Don't ever wear that shirt again. That shirt again. Wow.
So can we deal with the question in the question?
Okay, deal with the question to help us with it.
What's the best advice to give for them so they can begin to break from it?
I don't even think there's a best advice as much as helping them come to the acknowledgement that they're doing it. Because they can't receive the advice until they can acknowledge this is something you do often.
Right.
So if they're trying to do it to save themselves, or they know they're doing it, but they think it's for a specific reason, I guess I would say just be honest and deal with the consequences.
Well, remember now, we said that some of the research said that they're not even lying to.
But I'm dealing with this question.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With the liars, some of them are not even lying. It's just what they do.
It's just who they are.
They don't even have to.
You can't save them because they don't want to be saved because they don't think they need the help.
Right.
Even to what you just said a minute ago. Sometimes they've been doing it for so long, and nobody checked them as a child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When they become older, we pick and choose the lie to the point when the lie gets so embedded in you. You feel like everything is good and normal, but the other person who's around you, who sees the lie, I hold them responsible for not telling that person, especially if they're grown. So if you check the person long enough, we would hope they would look in the mirror and realize, do some self-talk, do some something and say, you know what, I am tired of this, or I'm tired of somebody checking me on this, and break the pride, break the arrogance, or
It's
whatever.
different levels.
Different
Levels to lying. It's different levels to, whatever process that they're
I got
in.
a speeding ticket now. I'm glad I got
So, we got to look at where the level is, where the person is in that level.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if it's just it's your girl, but you know she lied, and you can be like, well, girl, I know that you lying, so why you keep telling that same story?
Why me?
Check them.
Yeah, because exactly.
What he said, check them on.
Yeah, but if
Especially when
it's
you know.
someone that doesn't realize that they're lying,
That's
it's
terrible.
deep down inside.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
And they seem like, well, no, I just stressed it a little bit. I
Yeah.
wasn't lying.
Yeah, that's just,
So, you got to see where they are in the level.
Think about what you said about the consequences. Now, you said it's better to go ahead and tell it's true and face the consequences. Because if you tell a lie, the consequence is going to be greater. In the end.
And then you got some people who don't realize you tell a lie, and then some people get a good
Read
reminder.
what your friend said. God, I'm sorry.
It's okay. And some people got a good memory. And you wait till 2 weeks, 2 months later, after you done told a lie, and I'm like, that ain't what you said last week. That's what you said last month. And then you be like, oh, that person almost had me fooled. Because they just said, and then it'd be like, did you just say this is what you said last month or last week? And then if you are crazy, you just
Exactly.
hopefully put that person in check
Right.
to either really come up and fess up the truth, or they ain't gonna be around you anymore because you got a good memory bank.
Oh yeah, they'll get ghosts.
They get ghosts because you got a good
Well, what
memory.
happens when they don't get ghosts? When they don't really realize, they know that they're lying, but they live so much in this other world,
God
and
almighty.
they don't leave. It's okay. Well, didn't you tell me this the other day? Oh yeah, that's not what I meant, and they just continue on.
right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just downplay it.
And it's like it was nothing, but not really realizing how serious, how intense this is to them, how detrimental it is to their own lives, to their
Yes.
family's lives.
Yes.
Because if you're raising children and you're a habitual liar, then they're going to start doing it too.
Oh.
It's not, turns into that generational curse.
Let's deal with that. Let's deal with that. Let's deal with that. See, now, some of us would say, and see, we've got this cultural stuff that we do that we don't think of as lying. Hello? Tell them I ain't here.
Oh, yeah.
Telling your children
It's a lie for you.
to lie for you. Steals. Oh, okay. Let me go ahead. Come on. Go ahead.
I gotta jump in. And then when they get older and they check you on what you said 6 years ago, then you get upset with the child when they check you and say, well, you lied, you made me lie, and tell the bill collector or say something that you ain't here, you've been right here.
Right here in front of me.
Right, exactly. Or that child start lying about why they ain't brought the school grades home. They start lying to you. Well, they don't know when the grade report card came out. They know what time it come out, but they just don't want it to come to the house no more. That's why the system got smart. They mail them now.
That's
or you have to come pick them up because people lie, but you didn't realize you done told that child a lie when
Yep.
when the bill collector come.
And it's good. Doreen says there is freedom in truth. And there is freedom in truth, but the ones that lie like this, they think they're in the truth.
They think they're
They
in.
think that they're in the truth. That's the problem. They don't realize it. And then in order to have that freedom, they got to be delivered from it. This is something more than just, I told a little white lie.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's more than just, you told them, tell them I ain't home. Somebody knocking the door. Y'all know we quick when a Jehovah's Witness knock on the door, we won't answer because we won't talk to them.
Exactly.
We're lying.
Exactly.
We're
We're lying.
That's a lie.
It is a lie.
Yeah. So we got to realize what we're doing as who we are, of how we're doing things, and everybody's watching.
Yes.
Everybody's watching everybody. It's not just because you in the church, but we Christians, we really looking out. People really looking at us.
Yeah.
And they see how the church folk acting. They act like that, then why not?
Mm-hmm.
So I can continue on my lie because I know that deacon lied the other day.
Yeah.
And it's something so simple, but people don't realize where it comes from the root of it, and how deep it goes.
Wow.
Those little simple things of telling the bill collector we're not home, and your lights and your grandbaby's name. Really?
Come on here. You better say that.
Way back.
Cable company and looking for dead folk.
Yeah. You're 86 and got the cable bill. But
Ruining the kids' credit.
before they even get a chance at life. And then you wonder why they still in the projects, and it's still going on and on because you ruined them. The cycle never got never ended.
Here, take my food stamp card and go get y'all something.
Right.
But we don't think of those things as being dishonest, and we don't think of those things as being, y'all, we done ate up an hour.
You kidding?
Really?
I promise it is 8:53. We got to go a little further, y'all. We got to talk. We got to talk about these church lies.
Okay.
We got to talk about these church lies and liars in the church. My gosh! Listen.
Yeah, put a commercial on.
I know there should be a commercial I can stick in there right there. Let me throw this out there. How important is it to you as an individual to be able to trust those people? I won't just put it in the church at first, but those people that are in leadership. How important is it to you for people who are in leadership positions to tell you the truth?
Because I'm following you, and if you tell me a lie, then it's going to hurt me, and I'm not going to be able to trust you and follow you.
That's good.
And it's just leaders in general. If you're a leader, you're holding a higher standard.
Yeah.
So you have to keep yourself at a higher standard. is not being put on a pedestal, but you got to be in a higher standard. If I'm the leader, then I have people looking at me. I have people following me. So, and then there's someone above me. I have to be able to trust them to a certain extent.
Exactly.
But it's hard, especially when you find out that your leader doesn't know what they're doing.
Oh my!
And you're more qualified than your leader, you know.
My thing.
But,
That's right. That's right.
you know, you're more qualified than your leader, and then you're saying, "Hey God, you want me here?" They don't know what they're doing. I should have their job. We start getting bitter.
Yeah. If we're not careful,
Yeah. So we gotta follow through of knowing what we're supposed to be doing, what position you're supposed to be in, so that you won't fall into that, even though you're more qualified.
That's good. That's good. Which one? Who on this side? Who on this side?
I think what really bothers me is when you have leaders who claim to be experienced in something or claim to be experienced, and then when issues come up with families or issues come up with individuals, they have not even experienced nothing like that in their life, but they're trying to give you guidance. I much rather you just say, I don't have no experience in this. I really can't help you. Let's see if we can find somebody who can help. I'm going to assist you to find somebody who can help you with this experience versus just, thinking that you can really help when you have no experience. Just say you don't have any experience.
And be done with it.
And be done with it.
Yeah.
And let the couples or the individual go and find some other help. It was and in the church or outside the church, who could really help them?
Listen, when I pastored in Lenore, North Carolina, I was under Bishop J. Delano Ellis, and he said, "Listen," he said, "I know some of you got some great degrees and this and that." He said, "But there's going to be some people that come in your office, and you need to have a stack of cards from your local mental facility, and then you give them people, because everything is not a demon and everything's not a devil, and be honest about what you cannot handle." And on that note, let me throw this in. Miss Andrea Sudra said, "I work at a mental health hospital, and there are a lot of people on the loose in the streets with personality disorders, and lying is one of the biggest ones. Delusions of grandeur, narcissistic personality disorders, etc. The list goes on. But lying and denial is the first one you notice." So I mean, it's like we were saying, people may not see the danger, but it's dangerous as that goes on, and that really can go off into some areas that you can't come back from. So in the church should be a safe haven. It should be a safe place. It should be a place where you can talk. It should be a place where you can share and get healing. Why is it not that place?
No one has the code of secrecy or keep it private no more. No one has that code of privacy no more. Because sometimes even your leaders, it's one thing you go to counseling, and then Sunday or Saturday you hear your sermon,
hear your stuff in the pulpit.
You hear your stuff over the pulpit, and then you sit down there and they really say, like, they play me for a fool, like I don't know what they talking about. That's straight what me and my lady were talking about, and they gonna preach about that just breaks relationship right there.
I'm gonna tell you what's even worse. What is even worse. What is even worse is, I talk to you, you counsel with us. Now you gonna get up here and try to prophesy to me? You gonna try to prophesy to me to something that we done canceled about?
Right.
Now don't tell me it's prophecy. Tell me it's a word of wisdom that you might have got.
Right.
As a result of, but don't get all prophetic since you got an audience.
Now people gotta pay attention to that.
Come on, help us.
We as lay members in the church, and we got to pay attention to who you socialize and fellowshipping and sharing information, because it happens the same way it happens on the street. It could happen the same way in church, but worse.
Wow.
Because when you get tainted in church, And a lot of in church, it's sometimes hard to come by. That's why people have church hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because all about the pastor.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the congregation. Somebody told the wrong lie, you at the wrong place, and they assumed the wrong situation. And I know that was loose because they at the club, because you just stand at the club door, probably waiting for somebody, and they tell that lie on you because they assume you look nice in your little dress, you look nice in your clothes, and they put that old story together. And then they mess up your whole character in church when you really make good, trying to get yourself together. That's a hard hurt to come out with from. Church hurt is so hard to come from. It's hard to deliver from. The lies of church is so hard to get away from.
Tell us about church hurts. I heard you jumped in on that one, like you might know something about that.
Church hurt can kill you. Church hurt is so difficult because you said earlier, church is supposed to be our safe haven. It's supposed to be our place that we can go to for help, for healing, for comfort. But then when the church hurts you, we don't look at it as that one person in the church. We look at it as the church hurt.
The church. Oh, wow.
So then in order to grow from the church hurt, sometimes you got to stick with the hurt. You got to take that slap and keep moving. Everybody's situation is different. But you got to know your relationship with God, where that church hurt is like, man, I can't believe, I need to be believing. And God keeps saying, you got to go back.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You know, so everybody's church hurt can be different. Sometimes church hurt, you're going to pack your bags and run.
Yeah.
And we just keep moving and we become church hoppers.
Yeah.
I mean, it could go a lot of different ways. And like Doreen was saying, yes, being a victim of many years ago, eventually you will stop sharing with them. You stop talking to them. And it's terrible when we stop talking to the people in church.
Yes. Yes.
I'm supposed to be able to come to the deacon and be able to say, well, you know, deacon, I need to sit down and talk to somebody. But then when I hear all this stuff about the deacon, I don't want to talk to him either. You know?
Exactly.
You know, and then be left out. So what are we supposed to do?
Go a little deeper. What about when you have a church hurt and the pastor don't address the situation because they don't want to lose that tie? They don't want to lose that tie. So they tell you, God will work it out. We're gonna pray about it.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to pray. We need to address the situation because families getting hurt.
Yeah.
People doing their own thing, but you don't want to lose that money at the end of the week or every 2 weeks. Because that's a good tithe player right there. At least they're paying their tithes.
What we gonna do?
So we can't adjust the behavior because we don't want to lose the tithes.
That's good.
That hurts. When you realize that leaders do that, he's like, I want to be part of that.
Yeah.
And wonder why these millennials today don't want to go to church.
Yes, definitely the millennials.
They don't want to pay no tithes. They don't want to do any of that because of what they've seen in church. They've seen the lies as children growing up when we made them say they Sunday school speak. You know what I'm saying? They Easter speech. Happy Easter. When it was all a lie and they knew it. They become mature enough to make their own decisions. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that Jesus stuff. You know, and that's where they are today because they watched the lies over and over years and years ago, and we have to go with them now and say, but honey, I know what you're seeing, and try to teach them from a different perspective because the perspective that they've seen, it hurt them.
Definitely.
So they don't want to be involved with it anymore, and then go to church and listen to the man tell you, knowing he telling somebody business. They're not trying to hear that.
And as leaders, we've got to be, even us as leaders, we got to be careful when we are sharing. We think we're just sharing the story.
Right.
But the story could be so close to something that's something that you've already heard that now, because I know some people who left a ministry because they said the pastor tells too much of the people's business.
That ain't spirit led.
Over the pulpit. That's not the spirit of God.
I believe like when you're preparing to do a message or the work of the Lord and you have the congregation at hand, you need to step away from people for some time. Because if you're not able to be at that mature level to separate what you hear at work, what you hear here, and then you go talk about putting a word together. Oh my Lord, you liable to put a piece from here and a piece from here. Put it all together. And then you realize, oh, they don't go to my church, but somebody hear that word.
And then the very ones you're trying to preach on don't even come that Sunday. And now you're beating up on good people.
Yeah.
See, my wife used to didn't understand when I say, "Hey, I can't preach this Sunday. You preach." But if there had been a lot of confusion, I knew that if I tried to put a message together, my message was going to reflect all of the drama from all of that week. And so now I'm not preaching out of no spirit. I'm preaching out of Wilson.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna lay these. I got the mic, and I'm gonna lay these folks out.
Stay away.
For real, for real. But it's so important that young people. How do you help the young people that are in the church that to I don't want to say overlook or look beyond, but stay focused beyond looking at the people in the church, because I don't know anybody that's been messed up just from going to church.
Right.
They get messed up because of the people.
Right. But you gotta be transparent. You're gonna be a leader, you should be transparent and let them see you live out Christ and not just talk.
That's good. That's
Everybody
good.
can amen, hallelujah, and clap and run around the church, but how are you living when I see you on Tuesday? You know, if I run into you in Walmart, are you flipping on your kids going down the aisle?
Oh my.
Or are you just being cordial, and then when you see somebody, you straighten up real quick.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, God bless you.
No, you wasn't blessing nobody. So if we're not living a transparent life, not that you got to tell all your business,
Right.
they should be able to look at you and say, you know what, she's the same as she was on Sunday.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I can't tell when she's down. You know, we don't have to always be all woe is me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, but they don't see that, they're not going to do any better.
That's good. That's good. What would be your suggestion? Nobody's been hurt by going to church. Let me get Dr. Chad first. Nobody's been hurt from going to church, but they get hurt by church or people in the church. How would you help that young person that's coming to church just to keep that focus?
I think I would tell them that, you come to church, you're going to see some things, you're going to see some people doing some things that are contrary from what you heard coming out of church. Don't let that deter you from coming to church. If you got any questions, come to me and ask me.
Yeah.
I will show you in the Word,
Yeah.
how that's not lining up.
Yeah.
So don't let that keep you from coming to church. Don't ask questions. Don't be, don't give in to that.
Well, let me throw this at y'all too while y'all there, because that was good what you said. But then how would you help them? They saw something that was wrong. They did what you said. Say, hey, I seen Deacon such and so doing this. What the Bible say that? You show them in the Word. How do you help them then not to have a bad taste in their mouth for that individual?
I mean, it goes back to what I just said. Just question, and I can show you.
And you also you have to let them know everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes bad decisions.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Elder do this, it's okay. You came to me, I understand you're not comfortable with that, but we're going to talk about what happened.
Yeah.
This is what the Word says. We don't know where he was at that moment.
Yeah.
Don't hold it against him.
That's good.
He made a
That's
mistake.
good.
Have you ever made a mistake? Yes, of course. We all have. So you can't hold it against the person.
Right,
So don't
right.
hold that and crack a whip on his back every time you see him. Be like, y'all know I see y'all.
Every time. 14 years later.
And you still, and Elder might have a word for you, but then
And you
you're not
won't be
going
able
to
to see
hear him
it.
because you see him coming out the ABC store that one time 10 years ago.
In the church that I grew up in, well, one of the one of the churches I grew up in, they got on. They started telling us a lie on one of the deacons. Well, it wasn't a lie. It was just a misunderstanding. They saw him coming out of the liquor store on a Saturday. And so they said, he's drinking again. But they didn't understand that he was the one that was assigned to go to the liquor store to get the kosher wine for the communion.
They just assume.
Just assume. I thought you had something on that one, did you?
Well, man, I'm like Lady O and Deacon Steele. Just be transparent. Tell the truth. Tell the millennials or tell young folks, if anybody in here said they perfect, they lied already. Any son or daughter, they lied already. We all gonna fall short because we all are human. We're gonna do some things that ain't gonna be right.
Yeah.
But when we get ourselves to the point that we get a grip of what it is, that's where we can come to this place called church, and forgiveness, and keep on moving. So you don't have to hide, you don't have to be ashamed. Church should be so open that we should be talking about any and everything.
Any and everything.
be non-judgmental. Oh, I told you. You know, see, that is what we got to get rid of in church. The little leaning over and talking. And I know they were pregnant, and I know he wasn't this, and I know he was beating her, and all these. I know.
Yeah.
And then what happened is all the I knows, they never done it, but when they slip up and do it one time,
oh yeah,
you nail them to the cross and crucify.
Yeah.
I knew it. They were too squeaky clean. And because we're constantly looking for that fault. Looking for that fault.
And I think a lot of people are looking for people to fall because they really haven't changed, and they know themselves, so they don't figure that any of y'all can change.
Right.
I still got my stuff, so I know you got something.
Yeah, you got something.
You got something. And so even the first time that I see something that looked like something, you got something.
Look like a duck, smell like a duck.
Quack.
I like to tell the kids, or people in general, if I can see a person, they're not perfect.
God almighty.
As long as they're on this earth, they're not perfect.
They're not perfect.
They're in heaven. So anybody you see, they're not perfect.
Wow.
It's also good to teach repentance and relationship with God. Many times people put other people on pedestals and think they don't do this or they have to do things a certain way, which they're supposed to. But like you all are saying, everybody's human. You make mistakes, and we all fall short and come short of His glory. But the thing about it is, teach them repentance. You may mess up one day, they may mess up. But if everybody learns how to do self-inventory, look at your own self, stop looking at everybody else and what they're doing, sweep around your own front door, and if everybody does that, then church would blow up just because you're concerned about your own soul salvation.
Wow, that's good.
I'm like, God's so perfect.
Yeah.
I thought He'd never do anything wrong. But I'm sure somewhere along and somewhere along the line, He's doing something.
Grace and mercy had to kick in for something.
And probably, and I really believe that when you're really willing to be transparent, that even that which you do mess up on, God, He'll cover it. He'll cover it. He's not going to allow you. But those people who's always trying to hide something, man.
I think the best messages or best word that you share in that capacity is when you be transparent about your life. Because when you start talking about how you has transformed, do the self-inventory, how you change partners, you tell people, but I ain't all the way there yet. I ain't perfect yet. I just learned how to get over drinking. I know how to deal with this. But all the other stuff I ain't quite got there yet. I'm working my way. When you tell people it's a process of working your way to a higher call and a better person, then the younger person who look at you don't look at you like, wow, you're on a basketball court talking junk to. But that's what I used to do. It's just how I talk now is different. But we're still playing the game. So leaders gotta understand that if you start being transparent and say, I go to the bathroom and I use toilet paper too to clean up my mess.
But you know what? I think, and we gotta close. But I think that, and I think this is a part of the lie. And so many people wouldn't call it the part of the lie, but when you go from talking to me like this in the office, we're talking like this. But the moment that I hit the pulpit, my voice has to change. I believe that there is something. Listen, I learned this today because yesterday I had a linguist in the car. There's this person that studies language. And I asked him, how can Adele sing in American? But the moment that she starts talking, she talks very English. He said, because there is a whole nother side of the brain that operates when you're singing or doing anything that has to do with rhythm versus the normal part of the brain. And I was like, wow. He said it's almost, and this is a key word that he said, it's almost like a alter ego, another identity.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, that explains why Adele, even though she can sing, she's ready to quit singing because she said that's not her. She doesn't want to travel. So I'm like, how many preachers get caught up into this false identity? This false idea of who they think they are when they're doing what they're doing.
That's a push from people.
Mm.
That's not God. That's a push from people.
Wow.
Because
Come on
here. Up there and you're gonna do all this, and I'm called to do that and all this. That's people pushing you, putting you on that.
Won't they do it?
Yes.
Won't they do
But
it?
if you know who you are,
Yeah.
and, that sounds good, but no, I know that I'm a teacher. I'm good at that.
That's
I'm
where
gonna stay
that's
in
where
my lane. People don't want to stay in their lane. They
No.
run all over the road and don't want to stop and beep beep and keep. No, stay in your lane.
Exactly.
Know who you are, what you're called to do. Know your assignment.
Yeah.
And you leave it alone.
Exactly.
And that kind of holds people back that has a desire to bring forth God's word. I'm not gonna be able to scream and holler.
Yeah.
And cheer the people on like that, so I'm just gonna stay back, not knowing that God has an anointing on your life
Yes.
to bring forth the word, but your mind is like, I can't do it like that, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Exactly. That's why I tell people, I said, look, my wife is the preacher. My wife is the preacher. I am the teacher. If the Lord hit me, I can do it, but I'm not going to pretend.
That's right.
And the thing that always kept me level-headed was this thought, and I didn't hear it from no preacher. I didn't hear it from no Christian. I heard it from a New Age teacher. He said, who are you when you can't do what you think you're supposed to be doing? What happens if you lose your voice today? Who are you? What happens, God forbid, if I lose my fingers and can't play? Who am I? And the thing that we have to be, and I think it would cut down a whole lot of line, that if you make up your mind that I'm not what I possess, I'm not who I am, I'm not even who you see in the mirror. That is not who I really am.
You gotta look deeper.
It's a whole lot deeper, lot deeper.
Can't judge a book by the cover because it fool you sometimes. Because sometimes people think you're heartless, but you're probably the most compassionate person.
Exactly.
Just because you don't put up with foolishness, the way you talk, and they're like, man, that person is so tough, don't fool with them. But really and truly, you're so compassionate because that's who I really am. I just don't have time to deal with the nonsense, so I just keep you away. That's two different persons.
Yeah.
But really deep down, when you get to know the person, sometimes you never know how compassionate the person is, how they really mean well. And this performance, man, you see how I got Sister Sue to jump over that chair today. Well, I had to say, oh, she done jumped up. See, people they stress or they feel good off of seeing that, but you didn't preach nothing or you didn't say nothing from the time.
When you get out and be like, how was church? Oh, it was good.
We shouted.
But what was the word? I don't even remember the scripture.
But you know what I really like? I like that part where it said, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall.
Let the keyboard player stop playing or don't come.
Oh, man. For real. They will lose their mind if the musician is not in place. Look, we're getting ready to close this out. We're going to close this out by, I'm going to allow you to give 10. We're going to try to give 10 traits of a liar. Who wants to start first? Y'all need to be calculating, thinking. While they're doing that, guys, listen, if you have any questions, I want you to put your questions on here real quick so we can catch your questions before we close this out tonight. But we're getting ready to go through the 10 characteristics of a liar. And and I'm sorry, guys, but you really need to know if you are a liar, and you need to know who's been lying to you. Look, they grabbing the paper. So listen, those of you that may have questions, may have questions, please post it on the chat, and we will get those. I see. Someone says, yes, been a victim of that many years ago. Eventually, you will stop sharing. You read that, yes? You share your things with people, especially in the church, and once your information gets out, and people all over the church know what you've been saying. And you know, one thing that I would do as a pastor, and I told Tammy this, I would do this with leaders. There would be certain things that I would intentionally tell leaders just to see if I ever heard it again. Because if I ever heard it, I remember I only told you.
Stop playing my trick.
Oh yeah, I want because I needed to know. I needed to know if you could be trusted, and I'd love to get you guys to come back so we can do this again. Any questions? Any questions? Those of you that may have questions, please put it on the screen. Who wants to go first? Who has the first of 10?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay. They over here in the steals. All right. Number 1 and number 2 over here.
Lost. They're lost. They don't have any direction, and so they try to be a leader, not knowing that they're leading other people in the wrong direction. And they're not a lost place because you're lost.
Wow, blind leading the blind. That's good, and I'm glad you explained it. So make sure you whatever you got, you guys explain it. Number 2.
Number 2 is living in reality. They don't live in reality.
They don't live in reality.
Yeah, so, they are the ones that always have a story. And they always have to talk and, and they always got a story. Start listening to all the parts of the story. Because the next time they tell you the story, they're going to tell you something different. Because they're still continuing on in their minds.
Wow.
But in reality, you're confused. What happened? So, you got to see where they are at the moment.
Wow. So number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is they're lost. Number 2 is reality. They're not in reality. All right. Who's going to be number 3 over here on this side?
Like I said earlier, they're attention seekers.
Attention seekers.
Things seem kind of bland and boring, and they want people to think they're more than what they are, and they're further than where they say they are. So they'll throw things out there to make it seem like they're at a different place, and it's just all about getting that attention. I mean, sometimes there's really no real reason.
Yeah, no reason.
They just want attention.
Just
for that attention.
wow, that's good. They're lost. They're not in reality, and they are attention seekers. Dr. St. Louis?
Well, I would say they have to learn how to handle the truth.
Handle the truth.
Handle the truth.
Liars can't handle the truth.
And that's just as plain as it could be. Handle the truth, meaning you look at yourself in the mirror. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, yes, this is I need to fix it. Handle the truth and come to that reality and stop being lost and looking for that attention and handle the truth.
Wow.
And tell yourself that I do have a problem. Accept it.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, I'll do number 5. Number 5, I'm going to give you, they hate confrontation. They hate confrontation. So not only will they tell a lie, but they will also, and I think some of y'all said that there's certain things that should be addressed, they won't address it. So number 1 was lost. They're not in reality. Attention seekers, truth, and they avoid confrontation. So let's go back to the steals for number 6 and number 7.
Trapped. They're trapped in their own world and thinking that everything that they say is the truth because they're used to lying. So their minds are trapped. They don't know how to get out of that state.
That's good. Oh,
so it takes someone to come and help them.
Trapped, Doc. Can't get out of it. Not if they wanted to get out. Until someone, God Almighty, lost, not in reality, attention seekers, the truth, confrontation. They don't like confrontation, and they are trapped. Lady Steele, number 8, 7.
Once you're trapped, you get desperate. You're desperate.
Oh my God.
Now you're in this place of like, well, I don't have a choice. So I have to do this. I have to continue on the lie. So they're desperate now. And all of these 10 characteristics, they're different stages because everybody lives in a different stage. Of lying.
God Almighty.
You know what I'm saying? Go, you tell a lie, you gotta tell no lie.
Oh yeah.
Keep it on.
Yeah, it's hard to maintain them. I promise it's hard to maintain them. And especially remember who you told what.
Yeah.
Because usually with a lie, if I tell you one, I've got to tell you one slightly different. Slightly different. So number 1 is they're lost. Number 2, they are not in reality. Number 3, they need attention. Number 4, they don't like the truth. Number 5, they don't like confrontation. Number 6, they are lost, trapped. And number 7, they are desperate. Oh, this is good.
I'm jumping right quick. Doctor said crack isn't the new drug on the street. It's undiagnosed mental health.
I believe that.
Yes. So many of us will not go for, we've always been, girl, you just crazy. No, you need help. It's a chemical imbalance and everything is not a spirit. Everything is not the demon.
Come on.
Chemical imbalance.
Yes. I know I got one.
Medical attention. And it's okay.
She let you know.
It's okay. True. If you need meds, go get the meds.
Go get the meds.
It's better to get the help than to flip out
For
and then
real.
nobody knows what happened.
For
and
real.
Something tragic happens to you and they're saying, well, what happened to her? She needed help, but y'all just been patting her off, brushing her off.
Exactly. You guys remember when Shaq was talking to us? And he said, he went to his family. He said he just sat and looked around. And he said, okay, we are crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Number 8 and number 9. Back over to Wilson and St. Louis.
I was going to say that a lot of times they haven't been healed from their childhood issues.
Wow. Childhood issues.
And because they have so many different childhood issues, they learn how to bury and lie and cover, certain things that they've never dealt with. So they just keep lying to cover this, to cover that, and pretending that this didn't hurt them, pretending that didn't hurt them, and then eventually hurting people hurt other hurting people.
Yes.
But it's all because you never dealt with the childhood issues and you begin to live and be alive.
Wow. Miss Hammond says something that goes right along with what you just said. She actually put it before you started. She said,
"My phone is down."
I know. You ain't looking at. She was not looking at her phone. So y'all on the same page. She said, "When you can lie to yourself, you will lie to anybody."
Yes.
God Almighty.
Yes.
Woo! That's some good stuff right there. Oh gosh. Y'all scaring me in there. I didn't know what that was. Go ahead, Dr. St. Louis.
For, I guess, another characteristics, I would say these people are trying to be secretive. And when I say secretive, they're constantly stirring things up, but they don't want to be in the forefront to be seen doing it.
Yeah, now I heard, but don't put my name in it.
But don't want to be involved. Still, let me tell you. Martin said this on Tuesday night because Martin said it.
Yeah.
But still, I heard this the other night, and I don't want to tell you who it is. I won't tell you what.
Yeah, I got a mess.
They secret. They're so secret.
That's a mess.
And like I said, they go out of town. They do everything else. They talk about situations and never thinking that you'll ever know. So these are secretive people who just keep it going.
Wow.
Keep it going.
That's good. So go ahead.
That reminds me of a segment on Living Call, y'all remember that? About, what's her name? The lady.
Which one?
Whatever her name was, she was a nosy lady. Yeah, she always said, you ain't heard it from me.
Oh, yeah. Don't let it come, but you ain't heard it from me. Yeah, you ain't heard it from me. So what we got? Lost, reality, attention, truth, confrontation, trapped, desperate, childhood, child issues, secretive, and I'm number 10, and I would say insecurity. They deal with insecurities. They deal with a lot of embedded insecurities that you know, and I believe that, you know, and back to what Melissa was saying, I think that that's important too. The person's not going, if they can't deal with those insecurities, they're going to keep lying. They're going to keep on lying. They're going to keep on lying. A lot of it starts at childhood. And a lot of it is learned. It's sad, but a lot of it's learned. You've heard your mama lie to your daddy. You heard your daddy lie to your mama, and then they taught you how to lie. You have something?
Yeah, Ms. Dove said, and control. They gotta be
be in control.
Gotta be in control.
Wow, that's a good one. They gotta be in control. Wow. So I'm gonna go back to the steals. I want to let y'all give words of encouragement. Somebody that might be battling with it. Someone that might have someone that's lying to them, and they're having to deal with it. Especially from a relationship, since that's y'all's area.
My thing is be true to yourself. You find yourself being true to others. You won't have so many. You won't disappoint yourself or others in the future.
That's good. That's good.
Anything in following on with that, being true to yourself, you have to know who you are first. Most of the time, people don't know who they are. And how can you be true to you when you don't know who you are? And then you want me to be true and honest in this relationship. It's going to be very difficult. It's a process. It's a learned thing. You got to learn you in order to learn someone else and be able to put them before you when it's dealing with a relationship. I can't lie to him about simple things because those simple things will turn into big things.
That's good. That's good. Lady Wilson, words of encouragement to that person that may be lying as a result of those childhood issues, those low self-esteem.
Just be honest with yourself. If you have to look way down and think and go back and tell yourself what really happened, just take 100% responsibility for whatever role you played in it, or if you didn't play a role in it, so that you can get healed, move past it, let it go. That way you can just try to be a better you without all of those extra things that's causing you to act a certain way or tell certain things that really aren't the truth.
Wow. And I just heard a number 11, fear. Because that would be a lot of fear, the stuff that you've got. What will they say if they know I've dealt with this? Wow. Like St. Louis?
Well, let's keep it real. I think you need to do a self-inventory. And the self-inventory, it really pinpoints your weak areas and your strength areas, strong areas. So when you're dealing with yourself, you got to be honest with yourself and tell yourself the truth. In order to have a true change, let your yay be your yay and your nose be your nose, and anything in between, then deal with it.
Yeah.
That means the things in between that you really can't be honest about, you don't know what side to side on, deal with that thing, because it's like an offset. It could be a childhood offset. It could be something that you never dealt with for a long time, but it keep on coming up. Do the inventory. What makes you uncomfortable in arenas when you talk and you know you're telling that lie? Fix it.
Yeah.
Fix it. When you don't feel comfortable, but you know you told that lie, no, you ain't went to no car race, you ain't went to no show, you know you ain't seen no Eddie Laverne, you know, all week you gotta live up that lie that you're doing. That gray area right there, when you know you had to play it off on Monday, you know you gotta tell a lie on Monday. Go ahead and fix it.
Just fix it. Just fix it.
Self-inventory.
Wow.
Change will happen.
Guys, this has been good tonight. Thank God for all you guys that stuck with us and put some of the great comments tonight. Special thanks to Miss Donna Hammond. You blessed us tonight. We need to get her over here. We should have had her at the table.
Well, you know, the husband, remember the guy?
Kareem.
Kareem.
Tall guy can't refocus.
Yeah, see, I actually inboxed me. I'm gonna get in touch with him this weekend. This has been good. This is good. Miss Andrea, who goes to my church, she says they don't have their own identity. Mm-hmm. Wow. But I like that. Crack isn't the new drug on the street. Undiagnosed mental health. You know, and one of the things when I was studying this, that says that impulsive and compulsive and pathological lying used to be classified as a mental illness, but it's no longer classified because there's so many other mental illness that's the beginning. That's the beginning stages.
And sometimes that's the only time you start to see it. But it had started a long time ago. It just like it blossomed and you just things come out and people give it a name, but it's really more to it than just that.
Y'all pray for me. I can't stand somebody to lie to me. And I can read a liar because I used to be one. And there was a situation that we were dealing with and somebody was lying and they were just lying. I'm saying, okay now if when you come back tomorrow ready to tell me the truth, this is going to be one time. I'm going to give you this one time. Mm-hmm. This is going to be the one time because I know you're lying. So when you come back tomorrow, I'm going to give you this one time get out of jail free card because I don't deal with liars.
That's what we tell our kids though. Especially when you know and if you're a good parent and you got the facts laid down and you start timetable, you make a few calls and you can check up and you just waiting for them just to tell the truth. Yeah. I got you pinned. I
got you pinned.
If you get out of this, that means somewhere along the line I'm slipping. I got you pinned. I know where you've been at 9. I know where you've been at 11. There's somebody said they saw you eating out at the walk. Stuff like that is like. And then you get here and you try to say, well, something happened to the car. No, Joker, you were having a good time.
Exactly. Just say it.
Just tell me the truth.
I used to tell my children, tell the truth, you won't get in no trouble.
That's what I was getting ready to say. That's what I was going to say.
I'm going to still be mad.
Yeah.
But tell me the truth. Respect me enough to be like, Mom, the party got good and we couldn't leave.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as bad. I'd be like, well, you know what, next time you got to come home an hour early.
Yeah.
Something. But when you lie, that made it worse.
That me and my kids' mom, that was an area that we disagreed on. But I believe I believe that it helped my kids be who they are today because they always knew if I tell Daddy the truth, I'm not going to get in trouble. If they would come telling the truth. I did it.
But the trust builds off of that honesty right there. That just tell the truth. So I'm like, okay, I know this joker now. That's something you tell your kids or people like you from my lawn, you from my backyard, you from my skin. I know how you thinking and operating. Mm-hmm. I used to be there, and now you trying to lie to me.
Yeah.
But I done did that.
And I think when you can build that trust with your kids, when you hear some things, you be like, no, my baby ain't did that. Now they might have did this. I know some stuff over, but no, they ain't done that. Guys, this has been good. We gotta let y'all go. These folks gotta go to work in the morning because I promise we could probably start up a whole nother round. But I do want Dr. St. Louis. I'll go to you first. Please share about your show that you have also right here on Facebook Live.
All right, next week. Let me make sure I get it right. Next week we're gonna be talking about don't fade out. And meaning when I say don't fade out, present yourself as who you are. And stop living the lie, pretty much. Don't be faking out and dodging out. And this Let's Talk Tuesday, Refocus Life at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, Facebook Live. How they find you on Facebook?
Anthony St.
Okay.
Louis.
I didn't know if it
Facebook Live.
Now there's two of you. He is the one with no I between the T and the L, right?
What's on there?
Yeah, there's another Anthony St. Louis, but his is correct. His has the ST period Lewis. Yours doesn't.
Mine doesn't, no.
Yeah. All right. Now these are the Steels, and they do an excellent every week. I go on there just to hear Lady Steele say, "You talk too much. Treat that woman right. Treat her right." Matter of fact, I was watching TV one night and I forgot you were coming on, and I didn't know where First Lady got to, and she done disappeared, and she in the other room hollering, "Yes! Say it, yes!" I said, all right. church in there. Please share how they can get in touch with you on Facebook and how they can listen to you guys on your Facebook show.
We are relationship.
Yes.
It was me.
She joined me in.
I joined him in.
Y'all do a great
So
job.
we are Relationship Talk on Monday nights, 8 o'clock.
That's right.
And we talk about bonding our relationships, strengthening our relationships. And this coming Monday, y'all join us, these married couples. We're going to do some bedroom talk.
Ooh.
How to make love without touching your wife. Can you make love to your wife without touching her? So join me on Monday night, 8 o'clock. Relationship Talk on Facebook. My name is ONJRIA.
Well, watch out,
and
man.
it is Boss, BOST. But this is...
Digging still.
The coolest man in showbiz.
Inside kid, you must have. So yeah, join us on Monday nights. We want the relationships to know that we can have great relationships. We can have good bonded relationships. We have relationships, but earlier when you saying friendship, relationship, we got to remember that ships fall apart.
My
They get
God.
holes in the bottom. They get rusted. No matter what they're made of, you got to continually work on them.
That's good.
In order to have a real commitment in your relationship, you got to keep working on it. So join us on Monday night. This Monday, bedroom talk. How to make love to your wife without touching her.
We're going to put a rated R on that. No children allowed.
TGMA.
Yeah. So listen, we want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. Thank you. Look, I noticed, I'm going to say it, because usually I have about 12, 13 folks over here, so I was down to like 6. I'm like, okay, all the liars that are left. Tell them I said it. But we thank you guys for sticking with us tonight. I think this is a topic that needed to be addressed. I think it's something that we all need to stay cognitive of, because it's so easy to get caught in that place to where you just tell those little white lies, and the little white lies keep getting more frequent, and it begins to be more things that you lie about. My mom always taught me, said, I don't have to lie to you, I don't owe you no money. So I just tell you the truth. And one of my things, just be brutally honest. Nah, man, that shirt is ugly. That is ugly. I don't like your hair. And just tell people, just be honest with people of where they are. And some people are not going to like you for being honest with them, but I promise you, they will respect you for being honest with them. So until next Thursday night, refocus, life leadership with me, Coach Martin Wilson. I'm trying to get my wife to come down here and help teach with me. Y'all give her, look, let me put her back up there where y'all can look at her face and encourage her. And Miss Tammy does a great job. Miss Tammy St. Louis give her a shout out. Look into the camera right there.
Let's talk, Miss Tammy. Don't fade away. I need you next week.
And I'm trying to get Miss Tammy Wilson to come on down and jump in there with me. And because we have done some together, and it went really good. She's always worried about she ain't gonna know what to say, but I promise once you get to talking, there's always something to say.
Yeah.
Did she do good tonight? She did good tonight. Yeah. And Dr. Chad, you did wonderful. Yeah, look, I put a request in for you. Even when I said, can you and Elder Chad? I put in a request for you. Bless the Lord. So, guys, until next time, this has been Refocus Life Leadership. God bless.
Amen.